What not to do after completing your high ticket sales training program. Like I don't know how else to put this, but don't quit your day job. So just because you went through your sales training program, hey, if you happen to land a sales opportunity, do not quit your job. I see this happen so many times. I see people go all in, they burn their boats, right? They're, leaving nothing behind. Like, we're going all in, like we're committing to this thing, right? And so this is such a dangerous play. And I've seen it burn a lot of people and not end up well for a lot of people. I want you guys to consider like what it takes in totality to actually make the transition into the high ticket sales space. Everything that I've showed you thus far, everything that I've kind of explained to you thus far, there's so much that really goes into making this transition from knowing how to find and land a quality sales opportunity, knowing how to, get your foot in the door, start out as an SDR, setting appointments, learning the ins and outs of appointment setting. But all the details that go into really finding and landing a quality sales opportunity. In the previous module, right? Like, I went into depth and detail of why people struggle to find sales opportunities, what they're not, the sales training programs are not teaching you. And I hope that you guys have seen the value, and I at least hope that I've created a level of awareness and about how the space really works and how it operates, and the volatility that goes into this space. Again, it's not easy. It can be challenging, but you've got to commit to it. And so, like, don't quit your job, because I think that's just highly irresponsible given the volatility of the space and all the things that you don't have control over. And so if you were a college student and you've got a part-time job, like, you can work a part-time appointment setting role, right? But if it makes sense where you're making a salary, a base plus commission, like, okay, that makes sense. Like, at least that, because if you're working a part-time job, I guarantee you're not making a ton of money. But if you're working a part-time job, a part-time to full-time job, and you have a family, you've got kids, you've got a wife, you got a mortgage, like, you've got bills, you've got expenses. There's no way in hell that you guys should be quitting your job. Like, literally, that's irresponsible, given, again, the volatility of the space. So what I suggest is, it's a transition. It's about finding a part-time offer. So if you've got a full-time job, you're working 40 hours a week, find a part-time sales opportunity that's going to be flexible around your work schedule, that you're going to be able to put in 20 to 30 hours a week. And that sounds like a lot, but that's what it's going to take. Unless you can find a W-2 sales position, then that's a different story. But if it's a straight commission role and you are relatively new or have, little to no sales experience, like, I do not suggest that at all. Don't ever quit your job, because, man, it's going to be, you're already going to be coming from a place of a scarcity mindset, where, it's going to lead to it's just your mindset. It's not going to be in a healthy place. And so you're not going to be coming from a place of abundance. Like, again, so you're coming from a place of scarcity and desperation. So, like, if you need to make money, if you quit your job and you landed a closing role and you need to close this deal because, like, you haven't been making any money, how do you detach from that how do you detach from the outcome when you show up to a sales call, knowing that you've got bills to pay, you've got a wife and kids to feed and take care of? How do you separate your needs as a closer from the sales process, from the sales call? Because now it's not about them, it's about you, detaching from the outcome. And so there's just a lot that really goes into the high ticket sales space, as you guys have learned thus far. And sometimes we just don't have control. Like, I understand the theory and the concept of going all in and burning your boats, but at the same time, like, there's a time and place, like, where we've got to be responsible, and there is a methodical approach, which is why I actually offer in the 30-day sales pro in my program, I actually offer a customized coaching call with me, because you don't know what you don't know. And therefore, what I do is I actually help put together an outreach strategy for you. I help guide you and put together this strategy on how to actually transition into this space based on your current living circumstances, based on your current expenses. That's why I do these calls. That's why I offer that one-on-one customized coaching call, because your sales training program, they don't do that for you. They don't hop on a call with you, break down all your levels of experience, your what you've got as far as work-related experience, and how to help you transition into the high-ticket sales space, how to get your foot in the door, how to do that direct outreach, where you should be hanging out, where you should be congregating, on which platforms, leveraging very specific keyword searches. Like, that's what I get into. And so, yes, I understand the theory and the concept of going all in, but based on the training that is out there right now, that is extremely, extremely dangerous, and I don't recommend it. Like, sometimes, yes, we need our, to be put, our backs against the wall, or, put in the corner to excel and drive. But in this space, like, it'll eat you up, it'll chew you up and spit you out. And so if you thought that you were already in debt because your $10,000, training, now just imagine not making money because you can't find and land a job. How long can you sustain that for? Like, if you're going to go down that road, if you're going to ever quit, what I recommend and suggest is that you've got 9 months to 1 year of a nest egg that's going to support you throughout that time frame. But if you don't have that nest egg, don't quit your job. Again, it's irresponsible. And so there's just a better way to methodically transition into this space. But you also have to, that means you got to connect with someone like me, or someone that can help you put together a very specific strategy or game plan that will help you achieve this. So again, do not quit your job under any circumstances, unless you got your spouse's support, unless you've got the nest egg where it makes sense. So don't quit your job.